Yo, hey guys, SmallmouthCrush, another tournament video for you. Today we're on the St. Lawrence River again, of course. But I got a little interesting scenario with my tournament partner for today. We're gonna get into it. It's all coming up. Okay, so a lot of times I'll get... Alright, first of all, I love tournament fishing. I take these little tournaments as serious as some of the bigger opens. It's just, it's something I enjoy doing. I don't know what it is about it, but it's kind of like the only time I have fun when I'm on the lake. I don't mean it like that. I guess it's just a different experience. I'm sorry I'm going dark here. Sun's coming up later and later. Alright, normally I like to book trips when they're far out in advance, like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, just because I never know when tournament schedules are going to come out. It's and sometimes you don't know tournaments are coming until weeks prior. There's like, it's very hard to find tournaments and plan, but I try my best. This year I messed up big time in a lot of events. Number one, the Opens, I ended up, or the Toyota Series, I ended up booking clients Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and the event started Thursday. This particular tournament, I didn't know about until maybe 2 weeks ago. And I ended up booking a trip today. I'm actually, I don't think I have another day off until the 17 days, which is fine, 17 days in a row. But I really wanted to fish this tournament, so I gave my client today the option if he would like to jump in with me. So we're still gonna do the daily guide rate. I'm gonna pay for the entry fee. I guess gas will be included. Typically in a partnership, fees are in half, gas is in half, all that. But I decided to do that, and then we're gonna split the winnings too. So, the guy I'm fishing with, Pete, I've fished with him, I don't even know, 15 times in the past. So I know his he's a good fisherman. He knows what's up. He knows how to fish. It's just gonna be a little different guiding / tournament fishing. Still gonna try to get him most of the bites. I mean, we're gonna be doing a little bit of dragging, and we'll probably use live scope here and there as well. I don't know what the conditions are gonna be like as far as I have an idea what I want to do, but I may change that up throughout the day and go ahead and do something totally different. So I'm rigged up with all the basic baits that I'm going to use and have confidence in. I know we need to get him set up when we get to the ramp, but we had a couple conversations about it. He's in, he's fired up, he's ready to do this. I told him we're going to need 26 to feel good, 27, 28, somewhere around there. We'll probably have 23, but we're gonna give a heck and see if we can find some good fish today, and it'll be an interesting experience for me. Probably can't yell at him like I do JP. In fact, JP's gonna be here fishing with John, and I believe 12-pound Tom Nee is gonna make an appearance. He came up, he struggled, of course. He said he got on a pretty big school, and he had a lot of fun yesterday when he was up here messing around. I asked him, well, how big were they? Were they at least 3-pounders? He goes, no. So I am assuming Tom's gonna try to fill his box with 1.5-pounders quick. And then he'll probably have about 8.5 to 9, and then he'll slowly, hopefully work his way up to 12 pounds for 5 fish total today. We'll find out. So let's head to the ramp and say hi to everybody. Hey, we found him. I told you he's gonna run to that big group of 1.5-pounders. All right, so here we are, we're waiting. So today's technically, I got a guide trip / tournament, which will be a little interesting. JP thinks I'm bumping his motor, and I'm not. Maybe I am.
Definitely are. Back that thing up.
How about you go forward?
Why aren't you on time?
See all the stuff I have to do for JP? but it's a great morning. Calm winds, not the right wind, but at least it's somewhat calm. All right, here we are. We're going to see what happens. Pete made it. You ready to catch him today?
Ready to do it. 27 pounds.
27 is what we're looking for. We'll see what happens. So I might have one decent one right now. I don't think the camera caught it. But Pete gets a taste of his first bite of the morning here. I was excited for a little bit. And of course, as I'm editing this video, I realize we captured no sound in the back boat camera. But there he is, hooked up. I was hoping it would be a giant. Turns out it was just a giant drum. Nice. Good job, Pete. All right, this is going to be a quick tournament video. Unfortunately, the camera, I got some water in it again. I always get water in my cameras. Anyways, Pete and I had a good day. It was a tough day. I'm going to tell you how it goes down. Maybe we'll play some random clips if I can find some in the background here. But we started out on a spot in the river where I had high expectations. We did catch a 5.5 maybe out of there. Then we ran back out to the lake. Pete caught a heavy 5. And then we stopped on a dozen spots and maybe we probably had a limit at that point, but some 4-pounders, so nothing too serious. I ran all the way out on the lake, hoping to find JP and Tom, because I told them that's where they should go. But that place was vacant, not a fish around. Fish are moving constantly right now for some reason. Can't quite put my finger on it. It's a little odd, but they vanished. But that's what they do. I just didn't expect them to be completely gone. We ran back into the river and probably spent the last 2 hours in the river, hitting all A spots. And finally, about a half hour to go, I put another 5-pounder in the boat, which helped call out a 4-pounder, which gave us just under 25. 26 pounds won today. We ended up taking third, so it is what it is. Most of the fish were caught dragging jigs. We did some drop shotting, and it was really just running around and hitting as many areas as possible and trying not to get suckered into staying in an area too long. And so I passed up good areas. You know, I have so many spots out here, so many to just pull over, see if there's a fish, keep going. I kind of bypassed a lot of that and just went to my good stuff, and the good stuff wasn't on. So maybe some of my B stuff would have worked out better, but there you have it. Short video, fun tournament. We got a few more coming up, so stick around. We'll get that camera figured out. It was a little tough. Hopefully we got some fish catches on video. I know the camera stopped for a little while. Had a good time with Pete. We got to go do a real guide trip tomorrow. We're going to go in a total different zone than we've been today, but it was fun. It was, like I said, it was challenging. We only had a couple key bites. I mean, if this was a guide trip day, like without a tournament, I would have said I sucked today, but
I'm sure we'll have 30 pounds tomorrow.
Right.
When it doesn't count, right?
Right. That'll probably be what happens. But it was a fun event. Tom Nee probably had 12 pounds, and JP he had some issues, I guess, out there. So
they had to leave early, but I don't know. I guess my next event is coming up in a couple weeks, but I'll be guiding pretty much every day here. I think I got one day off in September, and then I still got a couple dates if you guys are interested in October, and probably 5 or 6 dates into November, and then we'll start booking for next year as well if you're interested. And as always, until next time, we'll see you guys on the water. Here we go.